So you're on a group coaching call with someone you admire and they casually say, "So, what's your LTV compared to your CAC?" And you freeze. You have no idea what those acronyms mean, but everyone else is nodding along like it's super obvious. Hi, I'm Christina, and if you've ever felt like an imposter in business conversations because you don't know the vocabulary everyone else seems to understand, this video is for you. Because here's what nobody tells you. Every single person in that room Googled those exact same terms at some point. The difference is they've been doing this long enough that the language has become second nature. There's this weird gatekeeping that happens in business spaces where people assume you should already know this stuff. Like there's some secret business school everyone attended where they taught you that ROI stands for return on investment and what it actually means for your business. Spoiler alert, most successful entrepreneurs didn't go to business school. They learned this vocabulary the hard way, by feeling stupid in meetings, by Googling frantically, by asking trusted friends, and by piecing it together over years. And here's the thing. Using jargon without explanation is often about making the speaker feel smart rather than making the listener feel informed. When someone rattles off acronyms without defining them, they're either assuming you know, which excludes anyone who doesn't, or they're trying to establish credibility through complexity instead of clarity. So here's the permission you need to hear. You're not behind. You're building your foundation. Every expert started exactly where you are. The entrepreneurs who casually discuss their MRR and conversion rates, they Googled those terms too. The coaches who confidently analyze their client acquisition costs, they had to learn what CAC even stood for. The difference between where you are now and where they are isn't intelligence or business acumen. It's simply exposure to the language. And here's what's beautiful about that. Language is learnable. Learning business vocabulary isn't just about fitting in on coaching calls or understanding what your business mentor is talking about. It's about unlocking your ability to make informed decisions about your business. When you understand these terms, you can evaluate whether advice actually applies to your situation. You can identify problems before they become crises. You can make strategic decisions based on data instead of guesswork. You can participate confidently in learning spaces without constantly feeling lost. Most importantly, understanding business terminology helps you move from "am I cut out for this?" to "I've got this." Here's what happens once you learn those foundational terms. Everything else starts clicking into place faster. Marketing advice makes more sense. Business books become more useful. Coaching calls become more valuable because you're not spending all your mental energy decoding language. You're actually absorbing concepts. You're going to encounter more terms. You're going to forget definitions. You're going to need to Google things. That doesn't mean you're not cut out for entrepreneurship. It means you're still building your foundation. I put together a complete guide covering 20 plus essential business terms with plain English definitions and relatable analogies. Everything from ROI to MRR to the difference between vanity metrics and actionable ones. I'll link it in the description below. And if you want ongoing support where we break down business concepts in plain English, no question is too basic, join my free Blueprint Business Lab community at bpbizlab.com. We have weekly momentum calls where we discuss exactly these kinds of topics in real world context. So drop a comment and tell me, what business term do you secretly Google every time you hear it? Let's demystify them together.